Okay. We did it.
Are we here now?
Keith, we're live.
We're live. We lost Ethan, though, I think.
No, Ethan's there.
Oh, is he? I can only see two
Oh,
of
he's
us.
not on here with us yet, but he's here. We got him.
Right on. Okay, cool.
Uh,
We did it. That was
oh,
interesting.
we need one more guy to get on here, though.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Steven, but
So
that's all
we got
good.
some people coming on here. Thanks for coming, everybody. And go ahead and put comments in if you want to tell us you're here. And so anyway, this was kind of almost a last minute deal, wasn't it, Keith?
I would say not last minute. I would say like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. There we go. Okay. And it all started from an idea generated last night when we all got together for the YakOff first meeting of all the anglers with their kayaks, and this contest, and so we just came up with the idea. Hey, let's get it out there with people, and
Yeah, we were all, there was like the first time all kind of 16, well, not all of us, but a lot of us got together, and Chad Hoover showed out. He's like, man, this would be fun if we could banter and do something. It would be cool if we had a podcast. And Marty's like, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
So let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it tomorrow. And here we are. It's tomorrow.
And the bantering has already started. Chad Hoover, are you ready?
Oh, I haven't seen.
I'll just a second. Here you go. So
not yet, Chad. Not yet.
You have the Prime Minister on. Okay. No, anyway, thanks for being here, you guys.
He's coming on in a commercial break.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But our other guy, Steven, is in the middle of there must be a big storm down where he lives, and he said he's about to lose power. So Ethan, so far, when he gets on here, he's not going to have much competition tonight.
Yeah, he's going to get all the props and there you go.
Let's go over what this is all about, Keith. I want you to go ahead and start. By the way, I'm Kayakjak. We got Yak Fishaholic here, Keith, and we're going to go over this new contest. And it's not I want to tell you that it's not a one-time thing. With Kayak Angler Magazine, we are so fortunate to have Kayak Angler Magazine stepping up in the game with the kayak fishing world here and getting everybody involved. Go ahead, Keith. It's yours.
So first of all, let me say this. I am so fortunate to be here with you guys and chatting with you, Marty. Like, this is insane. Like, for me, I've been following you guys for so long, and it's just awesome. And now we're in front of this platform, have all these people involved and some big players in the game, and being able to reach out to everybody. And I guess what I would just want to say before we get into it all is welcome everybody. The kayak fishing nation and our community is amazing and shares everything, and so different and unique than so many other communities out there. I just got this idea, so rewind it a little bit maybe. I'm the fishing guy at Kayak Angler. We have a giant paddling magazine audience and all that stuff. I'm the fishing guy, along with our editor, Rick Burnley, who I'm sure most of you or all of you know. Awesome fisherman, awesome guy, a kayak guru, just like Marty. I just had this idea a few years ago, actually, and I was like, we should just start doing a YakOff Awards. Like, all these girls are building these amazing rigs and making it all their own and doing so many different cool things. And there's all these shows out there, and let's bring it on and let's see what our audience can do and kind of vote on who has the coolest one. Not the most expensive, maybe the best DIY, maybe the best, whatever you want. So we just finally came to fruition, and we're sitting here chatting about it, and I'm super pumped to be part of it. And
cool.
Need you guys all involved.
And what's wild is we were talking this last night is here, like 11 to 14 years ago, I was making a couple videos on how to make a stern light for under $4, how to change a handle on a kayak, and it brought tens of thousands of views.
I saw those videos today that you sent me, and I'd never seen them before.
Who would have thought that where we are today, now you can go buy one that's unbelievable, and all these other little gadgets we have now that we can put on our kayak. And there was a lot of us tinkering with these, a long 15 to 20 years ago, tinkering with all these things in our kayaks.
Yeah.
We needed to be legal on the water to have the lights, because we started going out earlier and earlier. And remember too that even on the tournament scene, I mean, this is like a tournament itself. There was only one or two a year, and now it seemed like it started earlier and earlier and earlier. And here we are now. We've already had two Bassmasters already, and we're still in February.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so early.
So
you think it's early, Marty? Like, I'm in Canada. Like,
yeah.
I'm full of snow here still.
Yeah. Oh, here's one for Chad. He said how to make a paddle with a milk jug. Those kinds of things. So
yeah,
we've come a long way, and now we've got these kayaks that are rigged on, unbelievable. I mean, when you guys see these, it's nuts. And of course, I'm almost positive some of these engineers are out there developing new ones as we speak, new motors, new kayaks. And it's not that these kayaks will be obsolete. You can use whatever you want to get you on the water, So with that, let's get into this competition thing. We're going to bring Ethan. Now, we don't have Steven is
he just texted me, so I think he's good. Let me check.
He's in a storm, and so we don't know.
Just said it's 70 in February. I'm north of the 49th, so I don't even know what 70 means.
Wow. So we're going to bring Ethan Jett on here from Tennessee. Ethan's a cool dude. And man, he's got a ride. He's also he's a stick too, by the way. So so they got a tornado warning where he's at. So guys, we're gonna keep going here. Hopefully he stays safe there, and we'll keep talking here, and he'll keep us tuned in to what's going on down there.
He actually said we got a tornado warning nearby.
How many podcasts have had a guy not be able to get on because he's in a tornado warning?
I don't know, but
about that. That's not good.
Not many in Canada, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So you're up in Canada waiting for winter to get over, and here we are already having bass tournaments down south and tornadoes.
Yeah, insane.
Crazy. So let's get Ethan here, and then I'm going to share my screen and get the YakOff up here. So there you go, and we're on. Say, Ethan,
what's up, y'all?
There
he is. On, Ethan? I'm
gonna make you a little bit bigger here, buddy. There's Ethan.
Oh, no, hide my ugly face, please.
There you go. There's Ethan. He's got his jersey.
Yeah. Was it that storm actually just passed where I live, and it was pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
So Steve, and he lives in East Tennessee, and I live in Middle Tennessee. So and it is 70 degrees here. I know you probably don't know what 70 is.
No, warmer. It's warmer than here, I'll tell you
that. Yeah.
Well, 40 is the new 70 here.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. 70 in February is very weird here.
So let's go back to the beginning. We see your name up there. You're going against Steven Johnson, but Ethan, when it first, how did you even did you get an invitation? Did somebody contact you to say, hey, there's a YakOff Awards and we want your kayak in it? Who contacted you?
Yes, sir. Hobie actually contacted me personally. I'm Steve Fields and James McBeth. They are very active in our Hobie fishing teams, and they actually reached out to me. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen it, I kind of thought, "Oh, a YakOff? That's got to be a joke." And then I started to research. He talked to me about it, and I knew right from the start I had to join. The great thing about kayak fishing is we can go as simple as you can get to the extreme as some of these kayaks on here. My setup, I kind of categorize it as a kind of a basic, higher level kayak. I don't have all the bells and whistles, but I do have some of the. Or I said I don't have all the bells, but I do have some of the whistles.
I see. Hey. Nice. And then, so you tell us about the procedure to do this.
So when Keith contacted us after I showed interest, he sent us a form, and then I went out to my local little TWRA lake, Tennessee Wildlife
Yeah.
And filmed a little. I had my buddy his name is Ethan as well, so I call him the two E's. And so we went out and filmed, and then I submitted everything that they asked. I had a little trouble trying to get my little teaser trailer uploaded because it was so.
Many people did. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
okay.
I had to compress it and zip it down as much as it could zip. It was pushing 10 pounds into a 5-pound sack.
Ethan, let me butt in here, and I will just say
Yeah.
one thing. There's been a lot of anglers, professional anglers, that have been applying for this to get into the YakOffs. Most of them, and a lot of them, can use forward-facing sonar, but they do not know how to upload to a Jott form.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's pretty easy technology.
It was very simple.
If I did it, anybody should be able to do it, right?
Probably made it more difficult than it needs to be, for sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
forward-facing sonar. I mean, it's more important for you than it is a Jott form. But
yeah. So Ethan, so you submitted your stuff, and then how did you know you were selected? How did you find out?
I just waited till the group email came out.
Yeah.
And I was excited that I was one of the 16. Very honored.
Yeah.
And, we're just trying to see if we can win it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the voting is going on for you guys right now. And you're the first. And we're gonna look at the bracket here for you so you can see.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back and we're gonna look at some of your stuff here too tonight. So let's go to the bracket down here. So you can vote now. By the way, you guys that are listening, look at this down here. Can you guys see that? The prize package?
Yep.
That's not for Ethan or whoever wins it. That's for a lucky winner who votes. Right, Keith?
Yeah, so let me bring you guys in here. So all you have to do to take part in this is go to this site, or kayakanglermag.com, YakOff-awards, and the anglers have their own side of like the cash prize they're going to get and some coverage in Kayak Angler Mag, like calendars, all that kind of stuff. But the prize for you just to log in and learn some stuff and vote is there's a Hoodoo Impulse 120, a Newport motor with a battery, Guardian Angel device for lighting, a Malone cart. It's a big prize. All you have to do is just log in, vote for who you want to move forward. And then when you get through there, you get the bonus of also gaining extra entries to like go check out Ethan's YouTube page or follow Marty on here or subscribe to the Kayak Angler newsletter and stuff like that. Like every viral sweep kind of competition does.
Yeah.
But seriously, all you got to do is come on, learn, and vote, and have a chance to win a really cool prize.
That's amazing. I mean, I took advantage of it. I figured, why not? If you get your name in a drawing, you always got a chance, right?
Yeah.
And
got to play to win, right?
Yeah. And also, by the way, people, there's a prize at the end tonight. We're gonna have a little trivia question, and D Hooker, who's sponsoring this as well, there's going to be a D Hooker sent to you if you're the first to answer our trivia question. How's that sound?
So can I butt in there one sec, Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So D Hooker, DHUKR. I go down to ICAST in Orlando every year, and I met this guy, Michael Pisano, who is the developer and genius behind this place or this product called D Hooker. He's a 30-year ER doctor and a captain of a boat in Florida. And he came up with this thing from literally a pack of Stanley flathead screwdrivers that he mounted some ball bearing balls onto and soldered them on in his garage, keeping it secret for 3 years. And he is now blown up to this #1 most amazing tool. And if you go, and I'm not sure if any of you have seen it yet, but just Google the treble triple double and check out what he does to his own arm with a Zara Spook 9 inches.
Mm-hmm.
You saw this today, Marty.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
2 hooks. He buried 2 of each of the trebles into his forearm to show how it worked. And he did it left-handed because he's right-handed, just to show how easy it was. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the whole point of this. They are a presenting sponsor of the YakOffs, one of the reasons we got to do this. And at the end of this podcast, if you guys stick around to the end, there's going to be a question. Whoever answers it properly, and it's not going to be a brain buster, whoever answers it first and properly is going to get one of those shipped to their house.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, let's take a look at Ethan's. I'm gonna go through just about the first minute of your video. For those of you that are watching, all you got to do is click on that square once you get to the YakOff. When you vote now, you go there, and all you got to do is click play.
What's up, y'all? This is Ethan Jett with Jett's Fishing Adventures, and this is my ultimate kayak fishing session.
Movie, Ethan.
Awesome, Ethan. Nice work.
Thank you.
My ultimate fishing kayak.
Very cool.
So I'm going to blow y'all's mind, okay?
Okay.
I edit all my videos on my phone.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. No way! Really?
So all my YouTube videos and everything, I edit all on my phone. It's an app called LumaVision. Get it centered up, and it's just like an actual whole editing software on your phone that you can have on your laptop. So if anybody's interested in trying to edit videos, look that app up.
So you're trying to get a sponsorship right now?
Hey, if they want to,
there you go.
That's good.
There's a good reason for another conversation with Kayakjak. Just that right there.
Dude, that's what I do. I can hook you up with sponsors. No worries.
Okay, so
I'll get with you then.
That is cool. Okay, now let's go down lower, and then we have the individual pictures. You guys can see those, can't you?
Yep.
There's some pictures, and with his, look at that fish just jumping his boat.
Yeah.
And you can see all the pictures, and then when you go down lower, you can see all his rigging, and you can actually, if you wanted to get something that he has on his boat, you just click on it, and it takes you right to that site.
Yeah, and Marty, I'll butt in here too, and I've had so many comments already where people have been like, "Man, this is awesome. Where can I get that from?" And I'm like, "Look at his gear list, and there it is. There's
there it is.
A link. You can get it from wherever you want."
And then it has a list of his sponsors and links to those. Look,
yeah.
And Keith, did you do all this?
Like the designing of it?
Yeah. How did you do all this?
Oh, I'm a genius.
Nice.
No, 100% not me. Our team at Kayak Angler, and this is not set up, but no, I have to give all the credit to the team. Like, they do everything. I had the idea for the YakOffs, the design, what I wanted things to look like, but our designers and our tech guys and shout outs to like Jen and Jeff and Mike and everybody on our team, like they did all that stuff. And if I literally put in those affiliate links or whatever links to where you could buy it, we would not be talking right now. I would still be doing it till next January. But no, it's just, we have a wicked team, and it's they all did such an amazing job of building it.
It is.
My idea was like, I want to pit two anglers against each other. I want to make it Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah. We got a one facing a storm right now, so
I was in a tornado already. There we go. Oh, he just texted me.
Yeah, we're going to get Steven's stuff on here too before we go on.
Steven just texted me and said it's starting to track a little south.
Okay, good.
So he's okay. Even sent me an update of the storm.
No, so I sent that storm. You wanted to be like Mortal Kombat. That was my finishing move.
Okay. All right. Now, now the next thing though is that what we want to tell people that are on here tonight, and those that listen later, is this just isn't for these 16 anglers. You're going to have more contests in the future.
Yeah, 100%. So we kind of developed this to do the first one to bring a lot of attention to it with a bunch of pro anglers and stuff like the two of you. And by the way, you guys, Marty is one of our contestants.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be coming up as well. So
get a Swiss Army knife.
Not yet, but he's going to be in there as well. So it's very cool. But yeah, the idea behind this is education and sharing and building the community and making everyone involved. So I want to do different themes like men against women and pros against schmoes and kayaks under $5,000 because we don't have all that, or kayaks under $1,000, or DIY stuff only. What did you make? What did you do? Like, it doesn't have to be just people sponsored by these big brands that can put in these things where 95% of our audience, it's not attainable for them, right? So, so we're going to be doing all these different things and having kids involved, and it's just it's a cool platform, and it's been going really well. We've only been live for 4 days.
Yeah,
and the amount of like exposure and stuff out there right now is way more than I ever thought. It's very cool.
It's awesome.
I got two anglers that have applied, sponsored by new companies.
That's amazing.
Just by using my contacts for people that advertise with me, and they have new sponsorships now. And these are professional anglers. It's awesome. Very cool.
You know, when I started kayak fishing, you know, it was 6 years before I ever saw another kayak. 6 years. Of course, I lived in, you know, where I live, but the thing is though, is there was no exposure for me. And then when once I became a guide, we put an ad out there, and it was nuts, you know, just off that one, because the internet was kind of blowing up then a little bit, you know, but now it's almost instant, and you can get, you know, like a guy out there. It's like, wait do you see this, guys? You know, Steve, not to discredit your kayak, Ethan, at all, but my gosh, I have not seen this yet. What do you guys see what he's got on this thing?
All right, so we're back in the garage. Let's do a walkthrough here on, this is my NuCanoe Unlimited. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of start from the front, and then I'll work my way back and try to kind of cover everything that's in here. There's a lot of sleepers inside here. So started out up at the top here, we've got the Motor Guide XI3. I've been running this motor for a while now. We've also got 2 plugs down in here on the access plate. That is the power for the Motor Guide, as well as a 7-pin connector that jumps into the gear pod here where we have our Yak Power switch.
Yeah, you're going to jump back to the back and see what's on the back of it?
That's what we're going to do right now.
Yeah,
sits down
the transom's insane.
Magnetic plate here, and then action camera.
Just so you know,
pretty much covers
Marty, right now Ethan is live, and he's like, "Don't show them this."
Hey, the honest competition
enough to get me going on the water here. Left, I can pull up my battery view app here.
Let's get it back here.
And if I need more power,
awesome.
Wait, it just missed it.
Yeah, you just went a little too far.
Sorry. Let's get it.
Run a Honda out here. This the river is a great place to run a Honda because I can go upriver and motor up and then float down, run about.
Look at that. You know, it's not legal in kayak fishing tournaments yet, but he does. But
whatever. It's suited to what he does and how he fishes, and it's awesome. Even another cool point of this, Marty, is that throughout our like competition through Kayak Angler, we have all of that list, like you showed, of everybody how they can get these products. They don't need to go to Honda to give Honda that stuff. They can go to NuCanoe and talk to Blake and buy that through their site. Yeah. So instead of going to Honda, they're going to NuCanoe and our partners as well. Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure we showed both kayaks today that are against each other. And it's, you know, I think there's a lot of variables in this. It's not just the kayak, it's the guy in it. What is he doing with it? what is his purpose for what he does, And
Yep.
I think if I'm voting, I'm looking at, what are you getting out of what you're using, when you're doing
How
it.
did you do it? Why did you do it?
Yeah.
What did you do it for? What did you use? What did you jimmy rig yourself?
Yeah.
Like, that's the cool stuff.
I mean, someday we'll probably, instead of car shows, they're going to have yak shows on the streets, during parades and stuff,
That'd be way more fun. I'd go to that one. I don't like car shows.
Isn't that something?
Ethan hates car shows. He's got a bad water valve or something he sent me today.
No, I love car shows. I go to them all the time.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the bracket so we can see here. So you guys can see there's the 2025 bracket. You can see in the yellow that Ethan, Jett, and Steven Johnson are up right now, and you can vote until
Sunday night.
And you can vote every day. And then there's places I can't do it right now. I should have not voted today because now I can't show everybody the pluses on there. But you can get more votes because of looking at a video or liking a site.
Yeah. So guys, let me butt in here. So when you go in there and vote, you can only do it once a day. But when you vote, you pick like Ethan or Steven, and then it takes you to the viral sweep listing. And then you can like follow us on Facebook, but you can only do that kind of stuff once. But every week there's going to be a change in which anglers are in there and who is our bracket sponsor of that week. So you can go and, like, for example, follow Ethan and Steven on their Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and blah, 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 blah. And also this week is Hoodoo Sports. So follow Hoodoo on this and do that. Or D Hooker and follow there and watch this video. So you can earn all these extra votes, and it's for a really cool prize. And it's also to support some really awesome companies that we work with that without them, we can't put this on.
Yeah.
So,
and so it's not just the grand prize, but there's other prizes too, right?
yeah, there's lots of stuff coming out. Like, there's surprises. So you need to follow along.
Mm-hmm.
You need to follow along Kayak Angler Mag on Instagram, and myself is YakFishaholic on Instagram and all the other socials. There's stuff coming out that, like, you might win a yak rod. There's going to be some different surprises. Like I said, we've only been out for 4 days, so
yeah,
follow along, be involved, and make it be a really cool thing because I invented it and created it. So I really don't want to look stupid to everybody.
No, this is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time, man. It's pretty neat.
I'll give props out to our graphic designer, Mike and Jeff. Jeff built this website, like, amazing at what he can do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And all the props to that guy.
That's so cool. And you can go to the anglers on the YakOff competitors, and they have their social media platforms there.
Underneath every angler, you can go to their Instagram or their Facebook, I think, or no, I forget which one it was we could put up there.
There's
YouTube or Instagram or YouTube, and you can go and click right on there and go to each one of them and follow them. And I would encourage you to all do it because not only is it great for them, it's wicked for you because you get to learn. Like, these guys and girls are amazing anglers. And
now, let me butt in right here. Go back down to all the competitors.
We got Wesley Gray.
I just want to note something. Minus Wesley, I have the best hair out of all of us.
Okay, I see that.
So
flowing locks.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I'd say best, but longest.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Wesley might got me on longest.
I think there's got to be a beard off with Chad and Marty.
He's got me beat on that because I shave mine all the time. But
also, you guys, it's going to be cool because nobody's seen this yet because it's our first week. But as we progress, and the NCAA bracket tournaments, like, people watching the brackets, it's fun. It's fun to do and see how people progress. But we have this really cool graphic that's going to be like a bam and blow up your face when you're out.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be when you go back down, Marty.
Oh, man.
If you go back down to, like, the 16 anglers.
16. We're
like,
down
just
here?
keep going down. Yeah. So like
Oh,
where everybody is. There's
yeah.
going to be this big like blow up explosion of like a you
Uh,
lost, loser kind of thing.
oh man.
But we still love you, and please keep helping.
So you'll just look at my profile next week because I'll be a big X probably. So
You don't know. Now, the other thing is they're not all bass anglers either. There's saltwater. There's Seth Yates is a catfish guy.
So I have to also talk about that because after our talk last night, Seth Yates is a catfish guy for sure, and he's in here watching this, so I'm shouting out to Seth. But at the same time, he said, dude, I'm also not just a catfish angler. I fish bass. Bass is my main thing. Okay. But every once in a while he does that. And his big thing is to show how he can swap his new canoe unlimited to go from a bass rig to a catfish rig, which is cool because it shows the versatility of that, right?
Yeah.
And he wanted me to make sure that I let everybody know that it's not just catfishing. Although I think that's a very cool thing. And what you guys are going to see down the road when we do more of these YakOffs, I've got people from Oahu and Maui and Venezuela, and we're going to be bringing in like Panama, that kind of stuff, some different types of fishing, how we use these rigs in different ways and how we use the same kayak in like Canada or US or Panama or Hawaii to make it your own. That's the cool thing. So it shows everybody what the cool part of it is. Not just 16 bass anglers. It's going to be like, show us your ingenuity and how you made this to catch the fish that you need to catch. I live up in the mountains of British Columbia, Canada. Like, I'm cold right now because I changed into this golf shirt for the show. But
so it's like for I'm gonna tell you, like personally for me, everybody thinks I fish for bass too, but I like all species. But like when I go catfishing, I put all my catfish stuff in there. In fact, pretty much change nets, change poles, and it's rigged up for that, you know.
Yep, 100%. Like Seth said yesterday, and something he posted. He has the Yak Attack short stack box that goes on top of the crate. But when he's catfish fishing, he takes that. He doesn't need that. He needs a cooler with his bait for catfish behind. So he takes that short stack and slides it under his new canoe seat, and he uses that for his extra tackle. So there's just so much we can learn from everybody. And just such cool ways everyone's innovative and trying to share how we do these different things. And for me, as the media guy at Kayak Angler, I love all this crap that you guys are doing because I get to pump it out to all our brands, and they love it.
Okay, here's a quick question for you then, Keith, on that. Before you did this, did you know a lot of this stuff was going on in these kayaks?
Well, I've been in kayak industry for a long time.
I'm just saying,
kayak fishing industry, but I didn't really know the difference of like every single state and province and country and all the different stuff that goes along. And that was kind of the point, Marty, honestly. Like, I wanted to make sure that we got this different like attitude and input and professional kind of, or just whatever, like input from people to like, this is how it works in my area. If you live in my area, we can do this too. And there's a lot of DIYers out there that probably do stuff better than we do and are all of the pros. And that's why it's so cool, because we can all learn something from everyone.
And you know, for instance, where I lived, our lakes, a lot of our lakes aren't very big, so we still have a lot of paddlers here. You know, and it's very simple. And you know, so,
do you remember last night in our conversation, Drew Gregory wasn't part of that conversation last night because he was busy, but he just won that tournament. And he has probably one of the most basic kayaks, river kayaks, like, and that works for him, and that's his thing. And that doesn't mean it's better or worse, but like you look at like Austin Hoover's kayak, and it's like, holy shit, I need to remortgage my house to build that thing. And I purposely brought those two guys up because they banter a lot. So it's funny for me to like poke those straws.
we haven't done this yet, and I know you're talking about yaks, but think of the trailers and the rigs that go with them. Is that in the future?
That is all like, so Malone Auto Racks is one of our sponsors, and they are awesome. They're actually sending me up here one of their sport models that are like, I can carry 6 kayaks on it, which is amazing.
Wow.
And it has also like a Yakima kind of gearbox and rod tubes and all that kind of stuff.
Now I want to go back to something.
But just let me finish. So
go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
but what you're saying is, like, it's insane. Like, there's so much that goes along with it besides the fishing stuff, the rigging stuff, the tackle stuff. There's it's just, there's Steven.
Is he on? He's it's
sorry.
him, yeah.
This is what happens when we're live, guys. So let me just
see if he can get in.
He said he's good to go right now. Can we get him in?
Well, if he clicks the button.
Hold on one second.
I think that's what you do.
He's just said, okay, we gotta, to make it fair, instead of Ethan getting all the love here.
Yeah.
Here, let me just see. Hey man, we are still on. Can you join right now? Question mark.
That's awesome. It came through on my phone.
It also recorded everything I said.
Yeah. We'll see if he gets in here. But stay with us, guys. We got some more information here yet.
And there's also a chance to win something if you can answer a question at the end.
I'm going to do that at the end. But Ethan, for you, that's just what do you like most about all of this happening right now? Is that
I can run with that. The thing that I love most about this competition is seeing.
Don't say meeting Keith.
Do what?
Don't say meeting Keith.
Meeting. Oh, meeting Keith. Oh, yeah. I mean, the best. Okay, second best thing about this competition is meeting Keith. I mean, but my most favorite thing about this would be just seeing all these different kayak setups and taking other people's setups, modifying mine to make it better. Or it's just cool seeing everybody come together. Yeah. You know, the kayaking community is huge. It's growing every day. It's probably the number one growing sport in bass fishing, if I had to kind of guess. But it's really cool just to see everybody's setups. Like, I never thought a Honda would be on the back of a canoe, a kayak.
No kidding.
So it's really cool just seeing what everybody else has and give me ideas for my next kayak when I upgrade. And it's just it's cool to be part of this and to say that I'm one of the first 16.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And the only guy with the mullet.
Yeah. So I got the hair category.
Yeah.
We do want to say, though, Keith, just because you have the elaborate kayak does not mean you can't still do well in fishing. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when I was younger and ran road races, some guys had some real nice shoes and uniforms. I was worried about the guy that didn't have a shirt on, just shorts and old shoes. That was the guy to beat.
Marty, I'll tell you the same thing. And look at Drew Gregory just won that tournament, the first one of the year. And he does not have a souped up crazy.
Right.
He's got an amazing crescent shoalie that does amazing stuff for what he needs it to do. Yeah. And he knows he's dialed in. And that's the difference in fishing. Mm-hmm. I know what I need to be dialed into, how I fish and what I do. Yeah. You know how you do. And Ethan knows, and Steven, like, everybody knows how to dial in that fish. Yeah. That fishing unit boat to kind of do what they need to do. It's different for everybody. You can have a $50,000 kayak or a $500 kayak, and doesn't give you any benefit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It does, but
there he is.
I just disappeared.
We got to take him back out.
But you know what I mean? So that's not giving you necessarily an advantage. It's giving you an advantage of how you fish.
Yeah.
And everybody fishes differently. So if I'm dialed in enough that I can fish in $1,000 kayak, great. And maybe Ethan is in a $50,000 kayak, great. Doesn't mean you're going to do better or worse than I am, but it also says there's an opportunity out there for everybody to learn from everybody, and that's the whole purpose of these YakOffs, to learn from everybody.
Yeah.
And I would like to say personally right now, I'm very happy that Steven joined us and he didn't die in a tornado.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get blown away.
Well, tell us about this. What happened?
No,
that sounded crazy.
No, it's really kind of rare here in the valley to hear about a tornado, but all the radar notifications went off, and so I looked, and then I saw people were live on YouTube broadcasting, and I'm like, wow, there's actually a daggum what appears to be a tornado going through downtown Knoxville. I don't think anything's on the ground, but it looked like it was blowing 70 as the thing went through. But
wow.
It's past us now. It's kind of heading up I-40, headed towards the Bass Pro Shops there in Sevierville, if you know where that's at. They're in the middle of it right now, but it's something's up when you wake up on a February morning and it's 70 degrees outside.
I've never done that in my life, just so you know.
Yeah, when it's kind of because it was 7 degrees a week ago and it's 70 degrees this morning, so it's just we knew something was coming. But no, we're all good and clear here. But no, it was a little bit of that one was tight. We get tornado warnings and alerts all the time, but this was like, there's something actually blowing through downtown right now. Oddly enough,
crazy.
But all good here.
Well, we're just glad you're here. And
we're glad you're super safe and home and back in your shop.
Nothing got blown away.
We bragged up your kayak right in front of Ethan a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ethan.
All right. So what we need you guys to do? We need you guys to do a sideways profile facing each other like UCF or was it UFC or whatever that's called?
Yeah.
Like one of these.
Yeah. Turn sideways.
Which way?
This way.
Going the wrong way.
Ethan, turn the other way, and I'm gonna.
You're both going the wrong way.
Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot of you guys. Hold on a second. No. Look, face each other. Face
okay.
Each other.
Is that right?
There you go.
Okay, I got it. Okay, good.
And now one like this.
I can't figure out my screen now.
No, Steven just went through that tornado. He should have one on a bike.
Yeah.
Wet to the west.
I would have thought with that Honda on the back of your kayak, you could just motor through that tornado.
You could at about 6 miles an hour right into it.
Okay, so let's ask Steven. Steve, what do you like most about this unique competition?
Honestly, I think this is I think it's really been cool for the brands that we have on our kayaks and what you guys did with having, the links back to the different, people that sponsor us and stuff like that. They obviously think that's really cool. But, anytime we can create awareness in this whole kayak fishing side of things, what we do here, we're kind of a tight knit group of people, as you guys all know. And everybody's kind of a friend if you're a kayak fisherman for the most part. There's obviously some competition in this world, but seems to be a good family-friendly group of people, and that obviously shows too when you get 16 people with cool rigs together, and everybody's only got good things to say about each other. But just the visibility that you're given to the 16 of us, as well as the products that we float around on, it's all good.
But I don't know if you're floating.
Am I floating?
You're not floating. You're moving.
Yeah,
you got those motors on there.
Yeah, but also
float back.
Yeah, exactly. And Steve, I'd say I like watching your videos too. And I'm learning a lot about all of these anglers and all you guys all the time and girls and the reason that you did it and you explained why you have that outboard on there is because you're motoring up the river against current.
Yeah,
and so you need that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's funny when I talk to Blake, I ask him do many people run these Hondas? And he's like, no, not really. I mean, I've got a buddy, Matt, down in Florida who's running actually a Honda or a Mercury 3.5 on the back of his Unlimited, which they say it's a 2.5 max, but you can put a 3.5 on there too. I thought maybe at that point you'd get up on plane, but it's still just pushing water. But no, I like to go upriver a couple miles. There's an island up there that's kind of my stopping point. And at that point, I'll just kick the motor up and float my way back home. And sometimes I'll switch over to the power pole for the ride home because that can be a little bit more sleek. Don't really need the Honda on the way back. So it's one of the cool things about the Unlimited. It's like a truck bed. There's enough room in there. You just throw the Honda behind the seat and switch it out to a power pole system that you brought with you too.
Yeah, the Unlimited is like a empty canvas that you can pretty much do anything to. So it's funny, after you submitted your gears, like everything that you used, our tech team put in all of the affiliates and like all the links of how to buy this. I talked to Blake, who you obviously know, yesterday, and he's like, "Hey man, we sell those Hondas too. Can you not link it to Honda? Because Honda's not really like a kayak fishing thing, but they sell them. So we like instantly did that, and that's why it's cool, because all this stuff that you guys, like everybody has on their boats, kayaks, like I'm learning some new products, and at the same time helping to sell what you guys are using to other anglers that didn't know where to get them from.
Yeah,
and it's
you'll see a lot of guys.
Really cool.
You'll see a lot of guys too now running Newports on the back and just keeping it strictly electric, which is that's pretty clean. And maybe if I started all over, I would go that route. I'm tempted to put a Newport on this U10 here one of these days just to keep it all electric. But the nice thing about the Honda is literally for 60 minutes wide open, 1 liter of gas, I can go for an hour, so it's just like, I could bring a gallon of gas with me and have 4 or 5 hours of just motoring around and never thinking about really. There's
a lot of Newports in this competition, and and there's a lot of everything in this competition. But it's very cool.
Now, another thing is, Keith, you realize what you put together here? You know how in magazines, fishing magazines, they've had like the gear guide and the yearly. And
buyer's guides.
So you go, does anybody really use that, or is that just here for because somebody wants to sell it? Well, guess what you have now? A human gear guide.
Yeah.
Human gear guide.
And that's what we're doing. But at the same time, I'm also selling advertising campaigns to those brands for our Kayak Angler Magazine, because that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we need them in our gear guides and our buyer's guides.
Tanya, I think it's Tanya Allman. I love my Old Town Autopilot. Best purchase I've ever made. Best part of my journey is connecting with other anglers and learning from your videos. I'm a newbie, but I'm apparently hooked. Hope one day I can compete against y'all. Just get out there and go, Tanya. I think it's Tanya or Tanya. I'm not sure, but
it says Tanya, but same thing. Hopefully she's hooked up to a fish. She says.
There you go. Yeah. If any of you guys have questions,
I was going to say that, Marty. Can we open it up some? I
haven't seen any questions so much here.
We've all been chatting so much, but can we open it up some questions thrown out?
Yeah, if you guys got questions, put them up and see if these guys can answer them. But this has been really good tonight, and we, like I said, Steve, I don't think I've ever seen a podcast where a guy was not able to get on because a tornado just hit.
Survived a tornado and made it to the podcast. Man, what an intense night.
Steve and I totally set that up this morning, but
we, that way for the thumbnail, you can put like a tornado warning icon in it.
Yeah.
A couple extra clicks.
Ethan and I also have something we've been working on. I'm totally cheating on every side. So
nice. Now we're going to be doing this, guys, every Tuesday night at 8:00. That's what we decided on after this week. But I'm just glad we got you guys on this first week so that we didn't bypass anybody. And, you guys are leading the way. That's what's cool is you're the first bracket of the first bracket.
That's why I said thanks for being the guinea pigs, because we started this. And
because 2 minutes before this was supposed to go on, there was nobody in the green room. And I'm going, what is going on? And then all of a sudden he just appeared.
When I left it still hadn't connected yet. I was like,
Jordan,
maybe by the time I get in.
Okay, there's a weatherman here named Jim Flowers in Nebraska, and he has a following of about how many 100,000, because he's pretty good at the weather. And he also worked at Bass Pros. And I will tell you, Jordan Rhodes, that when the ice is getting out is on the average, it's March 15th is ice out in Nebraska.
Or you can just move to Tennessee and we don't have ice.
You don't have ice out. Yeah.
But it could be.
You also don't have ice fishing then.
I've watched videos of ice fishing and it looks like the most boring sport.
Oh. Do you know how
Ethan, you're gonna get them going down.
Ethan, do you know how much fun it is to take like your kayak out there, pull the pod out, get an auger, put it through the pod, sit in your kayak, and jig?
Now, this is how boring I can see ice fishing. Y'all have shacks out with TVs in it. That's how boring it is. It can't be.
Okay, so tell me this. I grew up in Winnipeg in Canada, in the middle of Canada, where it's very cold. Do you think this is boring? Sitting down in an insulated shack on a lake that you can drive your truck right up to, watching a TV show or a football game, jigging out of a hole, and eating a fish beside you in like shorts and a t-shirt?
I don't know. I like moving around too much in my kayak. Just
Yeah, but you got to take some time off, man.
Well, I'll come up there and you show me, and then I can show you how Tennessee is in the winter.
I'm in. You can kayak fish out. You can kayak ice fish. You just gotta pull the pod out.
You know, you could put a little sled on your kayak and just go around drilling holes everywhere and dropping your line down.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, the ice. We have about a 2-week season here in Nebraska where I'm at. It freezes over and then it thaws out really fast.
Where I grew up in Winnipeg, we have like a 6-month season, and there's like stop signs on the river to catch greenbacks, which are a big walleye.
Yeah.
And you literally drive up and park beside your shack that you get insurance on to leave on the river because there's 4 feet of ice.
Well, that's crazy.
All right. So that's I think nobody's really asking any questions, but we've had quite a few on and off here. So we're going to give away the prize.
Yeah.
And near the end here, but first let's get some last comments. Ethan, final comments from you.
I am just honored to be invited into this YakOff. I'm honored to be on this show. You are the OG of kayak fishing, Marty. So it's just awesome to be invited to this show.
Yeah.
It's an honor to go up against Steven here. I can say that my kayak's better, but that's for y'all to judge. But thank you, Keith, for everything you've done, Kayak Magazine. And thanks to all my sponsors to have helped me get my kayak set up to where it is now. And it's just an honor. I've said honored about 500 times already, but it is an honor to be involved in this.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, you know, by the way, guys, Ethan and I have met in person as well in Tennessee.
Yep, Chickamauga.
Yeah, we had a good time there.
Hey, I don't know if you can you share what's on your Facebook? I just sent you a video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, on Messenger.
On Messenger?
Yeah, I was going to show Keith, like, this is as much ice that we get here in Tennessee. But I don't know if you can share it or not.
Well, I'll tell you this. Where I live now in British Columbia, we don't get ice because the Columbia River is too fast and doesn't freeze.
Oh, wow. Well,
we fish all year.
This was just outside. We had snow a couple of weeks ago, and we got outside playing with an old kayak, and I sent a video, but I don't know if he can.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm just trying to get it to work. But you guys keep talking. And then, Stephen, what's your comments here?
Ethan stole the thunder, but thanks for sure. Like you guys putting this together. It's really cool, obviously, to be a part of this as well. And a lot of work I know you guys had to go through to get all this pulled off. And cool to be here on this show tonight. And same as Ethan, thanks to all the people that keep us floating out here and hook us up with this cool stuff so we can go catch green fish or whatever color fish you're trying to catch. So,
yeah. Cool. Okay, here we go.
That's awesome. And I just want to say first, before we go to that, thanks to you guys for being part of it. Marty's hosting this podcast, but Marty's also one of the contestants. So everybody out there in podcast land, follow along, and it's just a chance for us to communicate and all hang out and talk about stuff and make things cooler for all of us.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, and there we go.
Hold on.
What is that?
That's as much.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, safety first, you know.
Can't believe a helmet with a mask on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it on there still?
Wow,
I can't.
that's crazy.
No.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take that, remove that. Okay. Remove
Yeah, that was.
You there? There you
I'm
are.
down in the bottom corner.
we're back on stage.
All right. Anyway,
Difficult.
the other part came off there, and I lost that part. That's all right. Screen share, exit screen share. Anyway, I really appreciate all you guys coming on today, and it sounds like this is gonna get interesting. And when will we find out? When will we find out who wins the deal for this week?
This week?
Yeah.
So our plan is to, on our mail out every Wednesday, we're going to put the winners of the last week. So you'll find out Ethan and Steven's battle this week will be out next Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Voting stops Sunday night.
Okay.
And the next one starts Monday morning. It goes Monday to Sunday, and then the winners are announced on Wednesday.
Okay.
And yeah, that's how it's going to run. And
okay. And then we're going to do our winner of. We're going to have a D-hooker, like the D-hooker prize tonight, and
I will do that. Yeah, right now.
Yep.
If anybody watching can make a comment in our comments, what type of boat? The first answer gets a D-hooker.
Yeah.
So what kind of boat does Ethan have, and what kind of boat does Steven have?
Here we go. Let's see how fast they type it. In the meantime,
First one in there gets one.
Yep, I'm watching it. Good luck to you guys. It's been fun to see all your stuff. Steven, I didn't even know who you were before, and now I know that if I see a Honda on the back of a kayak, I know who that is.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
In most cases these days.
When I reached out to Blake at New Canoe, he said, you need to get Steven involved in this competition.
Yeah. Hold on. Jared, you got to have the other one, too.
We need both.
Need both.
There you go.
Jordan Rhodes.
Lund? What is a Lund? What? Lund?
Jared, what kind of Hobie? What kind of Hobie?
We need the like what kind of New Canoe and what kind of Hobie.
Yeah, you got to have the model as well.
We're giving that out to everybody else now, so
yeah.
What kind of New Canoe and what kind of Hobie, and you'll get it.
Jared's got the lead. He just got to figure it out here, and then he's going to get it.
We need models.
Got to have the model. That's the rules. And I think he's coming up with it.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Jared wins.
Jared Roscoe, he wins. Now, Jared, message Marty Hughes on Facebook.
Yeah.
I will get your address, and I'll get that to these guys, and they will send that out to you. How about
send your address to Marty, and I will give him the coordinates to get you those stuff.
Congrats,
Jared, and thanks for watching to the end. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. So, you guys, thank you so much. I think we're just about finished here, right at an hour. So, good job.
Yeah, and let me say one thing here, Marty. We're going to do this every week. We're going to figure out the best time to do it that works with everyone's schedules. But we're going to bring in the two anglers of the week every time to kind of banter and do this fist-to-fist cuff stuff. But at the same time, we're going to be bringing in some sponsors that will be providing some other opportunities to win some cool stuff. So
And then
tune in, and yes.
Yep. I can't remember what I was going to say now, but oh man, I can't remember. Oh, it's important too, I thought. But anyway, we will be on next Tuesday at 8:00 Central Time. More contests, more people, and
More prizes.
Yeah, and this is an ongoing thing. So hopefully everybody will stay in it and go from there. So anyway, that's all we have tonight. Ethan, Steven, thank you guys, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
guys,
thank
thanks so
you.
much.
Good job. All right, let's end this.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Yeah.
Later.